What is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and today we got a super sexy hybrid I didn't even know I needed. That's coming up next, and this is Eau So Fraiche. Yo, what is good, Fresh fam? For everybody returning, I want to say thank you so much for being a freshie. It really means a lot. And if this is your first time here, welcome. As I said before, my name's Mega Dave. This is my channel, Eau So Fraiche. I do reviews on fragrances that I absolutely love. And I hope that you love them too. If you do, give me 2 huge fresh thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy the content. Also, think about subscribing and hit me decent down on my belly. That lets you know when I'm uploading new content, because who knows, it could be your favorite fragrance that I review next. Today, as you saw a little bit from the intro, I hinted to a super sexy hybrid that I didn't know I needed, and it's an absolute fact. It's from very popular giant juggernaut niche house, and then another one not so known, but does phenomenal work as well that's very, very expensive. So let's get into it. The fragrance that we got in the house, Casino Love Dungeon. All right, this fragrance is an inspired expression from mega huge superstar Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Baccarat Rue 540 Extrait. It's almost literally in everything, but it's in everything for a reason, because it does amazing tricks to fragrances. And I've said it a bunch of times. It just takes things that already were great and makes them goddess-like or god-like. And in this case, a very perfect unisex god. I don't know what the blend is, but this is a very good unisex fragrance that divas are going to find extremely sexy, just like the men are going to think this is super sexy as well. But the other one is one that I don't think I've mentioned too many times, and it's Boadicea, the Victorius' Love Poison. Very cool looking bottle, very cool house, actually. They make extremely expensive fragrances, so I'm so glad that we get them here, because I wouldn't have experienced them other ways. Not that I don't have the money, I don't got it. But 800 bucks for a bottle, little pricey. But hey, that's why we got Dua. I'm here, this is here. It's amazing. But enough of me talking about being broke and expensive bottles. Let's get to why you guys all came here and get to the scent breakdown. All right. Got my Casino Love Dungeon and, of course, my handy dandy fresh strip. And we're going to take this baby to the dungeon. It's nice. This opens up with a nice spicy bergamot. Not super in your face, has a little sparkle to it, a little glimmer, if you will. But the citrus has got a little spicy tinge to it already. It's bergamot, so I can pull it up very quickly. And then there's a sweet orange note in here. And this is a different type of orange. One that is not your typical run-of-the-mill. It's a bit sweeter. You can just tell it's not a typical mandarin orange or anything like that. I should have checked the notes out before I did this, but I'm really bad with not looking them up. I like to smell them as they come, but you can tell that it's an orange note for sure. Citrus is in there, a little bit spicy, so nothing super bright. This isn't a summer banger, but it opens up extremely sexy. Something else that really twists you for a little spin here is the pink berry. Very, very prominent, especially to me. It's very upfront, it's very forward. That gives a little spice to it, a little pop and a little zing, but also gives a complete different dynamic. It helps balance out that bergamot and that orange that kind of opens this up with a little bevy of spices thrown in there just to make this thing very good. The head is extremely sexy. When we get to the mid, we start getting that classic almond that comes from the Casino lineup. We all love it. It's phenomenal. But we also get some more spices thrown in here. So cinnamon has made its way into the fragrance, giving just a nice little trail of spicy and kind of making this thing really unique. Then we also pick up some caraway in here as well. So it's making things change up just a little bit, so you're not exactly getting one or the other. Like always with most of the fragrances from Dua, when they do a hybrid or a tribrid, usually you can get a pretty strong amount of one and a pretty strong amount of another, and then they meet in the middle where the fragrance lasts the longest, and that's when they blend extremely well. Here we're getting a very good blend in the middle. Casino Royale Nights is extremely tough to overpower, but Love Dungeon is doing an amazing job helping keep its own and really making this thing an extremely unique experience that you definitely don't want to miss. If you're a fan of Casino Royale Nights, or if you've wore Love Dungeon or Love Poison, if you got that cheese, you're going to be a super fan of this. This just kicks it up one little notch of sweetness, a little uniqueness, and maybe a little freakiness. I don't know. But the almond and the spices that are in here are a perfect counterbalance to the florals. There's already some fantastic fragrant jasmine that is obvious in both fragrances put in here as well. Jasmine is very, very obvious. It's a strong, super sexy, fragrant with a touch of sweetness to it. So it is perfectly counterbalanced from the spices. It's put in here for a reason. Like I say, there's building blocks to this, and without this fragrance probably would collapse and wouldn't work. Props for putting it in here because she smelled good. As always, I wear every single fragrance. This baby's been on here for quite some time now. Man, it's Casino Royale Nights. So you get a classic burnt cotton candy. I said that word again, I need to stop, but it's classical. You get that burnt cotton candy, you get that almond note that's in here, kind of that caramelly, but now it's thrown in the mix with a boosted, amped up, spicy vanilla. So it's not that ultra play little vanilla. It's very seductive, it's very smooth, and it's very good. So it's lending some good sweetness to already sweet fragrance, but it's also very warmed down as well. You get a good, clean, crisp ambergris that's in here as well. Perfectly rounded. This isn't a super nasty, gross ambergris. Ultra high quality. What else would you expect from Dua? The ambergris is also, like I said, softened a little bit by some warm resins that are present as well. You can pick them up, and then a beautiful bed of cedar. That's really just giving the last final stretch for the Vifragra. Overall, this is a very potent, extremely sweet fragrance without being overbearing. Now, that being said, do not over apply a fragrance like this that has this type of DNA. It is sweet, it is sexy, it is seductive, but if you put 5 sprays of this, it will be very overbearing. So I'm gonna get to who to wear it, where to wear it, how to wear it, and all of that. So you heard me say 5 sprays is too much. I think this is a perfect 3, maybe if extremely cold weather is present, put on a 4 spray, but I would go 2 to 3 on this one. I think that's the perfect realm for this because this is a 9-hour plus fragrance. Now, this is a newer bottle, so I do expect it to gain a little bit more power. So 2 to 3 is going to be perfect. It is great for cold weather. Fall, it's going to perform extremely well. Wintertime is going to be a juggernaut. Springtime, you may be able to pull this off if it's a little cooler or towards the end. Summer, sorry, there's a lot of other fragrances that you can put besides this one, but this is a very sexy fragrance, and I think even though it's listed as unisex, and even though I think it is unisex, and I actually enjoy it very, very much, I'm gonna give a nod to the ladies, to our Dua Divas. They're going to enjoy this much, much more than we are, okay? It's very, very sweet. Women tend to love that. Also, sweet smells way better on women, at least to me. Obviously, if you love smelling sweets on men, go ahead with that as well. And if you love to smell sweet and smell like a snack, you won't smell like it with this one. Sweet, super sexy. But like I said, I think this is definitely a nod to my divas. So girls, enjoy this. Enjoy this in dates. Enjoy this in the fall. Enjoy this in the winter for sure. Put on your little hoodies, put on your Ugg boots, put this on, 3 spray it. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be smelling sexy. You're gonna be smelling unique, especially because these 2 fragrances have never been put together. And the majority of people in the world have probably never smelled Love Dungeon or Love Poison from Boadicea the Victorius. So you're gonna be extremely unique. It is definitely very well balanced. So you're not just gonna smell like everybody else that smells like Baccarat Rue 540 or the Casino lineup. It is a very good blend, but in the air, the sillage just pushes and pushes. This has an amazing 2.5-hour push, okay? Like I said, it's going to be above 9 hours, at least on myself, probably on women. It's gonna go even further in the winter. It may pull back a little bit, but the real question is whether or not it's going to macerate and become a 10-hour plus, which would then put it back in the 9-hour. I'm doing a lot of math here. But the point is, it's an extremely long-lasting fragrance. Just be careful on the trigger, okay? I don't want people putting this on and say, oh, it's too sticky. If you go in the sun with this thing, it's going to destroy you, okay? So don't do that. So for this amazing hybrid, that's all I have. Till I come to you again, I want to thank you guys and you girls so much for being here. I love you, and as always, continue to be blessed and stay fresh.